It's my pleasure today to welcome Gina O'Neill. I'm so excited. I've been kind of waiting for this. It took me like weeks to get an appointment with her. That's how busy she is with her Jafra business. She is like, to me, the epitome of success in Jafra. She wins these bonuses every time. She won the Mercedes. She's just on top of it. And so I asked her if I could interview her and find out some of her secrets. So today, Gina and I are just going to have a one-on-one, and you're going to be able to listen in and find out how does she do it. I mean, I called her up and she says, I've got Facebook parties going on all the time. I've got tabletop parties going on all the time. And I'm going, Gina, how we want to follow your example. We want to be just like you. So Gina, tell us a little bit. You could introduce yourself and tell us some of your secrets.
Hi everyone, I'm Gina O'Neill. I live in Minnesota. Been in Jafra for over 30 years, and it just has grown, probably not as rapidly as I would like, but it's okay. It's going, especially now that we're in a different situation where I'm in front of the camera doing a ton of videos and always promoting virtually. So I think Vicki kind of wanted to talk a little bit about what I'm currently doing. I think, previously in the past, we've always done, tabletops and doing live parties. And of course, now it's switched where you can do all the same things online or live Facebook or Zoom. So that's just another way to do business instead of just being person to person. So we feel a little more safer when we do just like what Vicki and I are doing. And it's so nice to be able to do this when you're clear across country from each other. We're not real close. So I know, Vicki, you've got a huge group and they're all over the United States. So this is the best way to communicate is through Zoom.
I love it. But Gina, what's a tabletop party? What is a tabletop? I don't know.
Well, basically, a tabletop party is you can basically pretend that you're doing a tabletop, but you would shoot your video and say, today, welcome to my tabletop party. And you can present the new products, you can present whatever you feel like. It's just a different setting. That's basically all it is. I do a lot of vendor events, so that's what I call like my tabletop party. And you can just go ahead and say, hey, I want to introduce you, but you have a table full of products, and you could do like the kits and do the new consultant packs, have the skincare pack on one side and then do the fragrances on the other side. So it's all the same thing as what you would do live in person, but you just make sure you do it on video and have yourself taped. And
can you take us through one? Can you take us in and show us how you do it on your computer and how you?
Well, I haven't done one recently, and I didn't realize I was going to do that right now. But I can show you a couple things.
We want you to show us some of how you do things.
Well, what I've been really concentrating mostly is sponsoring. So that's how I get the $500 bonus. I do a ton of little ads constantly through Facebook, and that's through boosting. Okay, so I can show you a little bit about that. And I can go down the line and say I sponsored her through Facebook and through boosting. So that's one of the things that I really like doing. I'm gonna go to another venue, and that'll be the YouTube, which I haven't perfected as well. But definitely have got the Facebook portion down where I feel more comfortable about it. Okay. And knowing what I'm doing and getting the insights and what I need to do. Okay, so we're going to share a little bit about that. I've done a couple of live Facebook parties. I do one once a month, and I would host a private event, and they would come on, and I would get a lot of people watching. I could have like 15 up to 15 to 20 people watching, and they would make their comment. I used to do drawings all the time, but we're not allowed to do that. So that's why there were private events. Then if you do a private event, you can have a little bit more of a private forum where you can, have drawings or whatever you want to do. But as a public setting, you can't do that. So anyway, so that's what I've been doing, is doing a lot of that. Once a month, I always host a live Facebook party, and it's a private event. And once a month, while we still can, because it's outside, I do an in-person patio party, do a spa party, patio with bingo. I mean, that is the most popular one that I've done in the past 2 to 3 months. It's spa and bingo on the patio is what I call it, and I get people coming. We get maybe up to like 15 people. We can't really, have any more than a group of 25 in our state. Okay,
this is all virtual. This is virtual. You're doing this on the computer.
You can do it on the computer, but I do one on the computer and one in person.
At your house.
Inviting people, yes, then they turn out on the patio. So that's really good that way. I think that's probably more popular than the live Facebook ones. People just like to gather, you know how that goes, right?
Right.
Okay, well, anyways, I just have found it being more successful when I go on my Facebook page and do the boosting, but I don't boost everything. First of all, before I go in and show you that, I always say, think about your advertising budget. You should always have some sort of an advertising budget, where in my case, before all the pandemic situation happened, I was doing at least 2 to 3 vending events, tabletops a month. So those are usually between $25 to $50 for a table, right? So then that's where that money goes. But now you can kind of budget and say, okay, this is what I would like to spend for advertising and boosting purposes on Facebook. So you're looking at anywhere from $5, $25. It's whatever a person feels comfortable doing. So there's quite a few things to boost. You can boost your Facebook page. You can't boost your personal page, but you can boost your business page. And I would say start with that, especially if you don't have a big following or lots of likes on your page. That would be the first step to do, okay, if you want to build your business through Facebook. And then the other thing, of course, having your budget of what you would like to spend. And then, of course, then you can boost certain posts. So do you want me to go ahead and go right into that?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm going to share my screen.
And show us your business page. Show us the page you're working from, what it looks like.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So here's my business page right here. Can you see it? I can make it a little bit bigger if you want.
I can see it.
Okay, here we go. So this is my business page. So I'll constantly change the cover. I know that Vicki, you're really good about doing all this yourself already, but maybe hearing it from another person always helps too, right?
Yes, that's right.
And then I do Spanish and I do English. So just kind of running through some of the posts that I've done here. I do a lot of videos. And I actually do live videos on Facebook, and I also do recorded videos through Zoom. Those are the 2 platforms that I use because I'm very comfortable using both, and I practice at those. So that's one of the things. Practice a little bit before you actually do it. It really helps. Okay, so like here's
the $19 business kit. So is it very long? Could we play it?
It's 4 minutes. And according to Facebook, you should do a video that's at least 3 minutes for it to capture any audience. Okay, so this is 4 minutes. Sure, we can play it. Let's see if he'll do it. see if I can. I don't know why it's not showing up, but here we go. Hold on a second here. Click to expand here. Maybe we go. Here we go.
There we go. You got your volume up? Yeah.
Yeah, I do. But I don't know why it's not playing. I'm looking to see if my volume, and I do have the internet because you and I are on. Sometimes I get booted off because my internet is not always most reliable. Well, let's go ahead and click out and figure this out. Let's do this back here. Let's go to an actual video that I did. Let's see, here we go. Let's do this. Let's see if it'll work this way.
Okay.
I'm not sure why it's blank.
You know, it could be, Gina, because
We're sharing.
you know,
It's not
no,
working.
because we're on Zoom, and maybe Zoom won't allow us to do it. I don't know. So
I don't know either. I
Yeah.
can't imagine it not letting us do that, but well, you can go on my page and look at it.
that's right. Go on
Yeah.
on Gina's page and take a look at it.
Yeah, absolutely. And
And scroll through, Gina, and show us some of the other things that you've done.
sure. So I just do like quick little slides. You know, I think most people know that you can go through publishing tools and do all different things with pictures to make it more interesting instead of just posting still pictures all the time. So I try and do that. And I'll even shoot a picture and then do some editing and do some wow factors just so that you get a lot of people looking at it. So
Okay,
right here,
take us through that. How now you open that up again and let's take a look at that because I'm not quite sure what you're talking about. Publishing tools, whatever.
okay.
So do you drop
So
it?
right now, this one is on publishing tools. Let's see if I can, I don't know why it's going blank. Let's take a look at another one. Let's see, maybe I'll scroll down and see if there'll be a different, like this one right here, okay? Can you see this?
Mhm.
How it's a slide?
So it's a slideshow you put in there, right?
Yes, exactly. It's really easy. It's through publishing tools right here. It's on the more button right here, and you scroll down and you just click publishing tools,
Yes.
and then you just go create a post, and then you can just do whatever you want, and then you can do your videos. So you can, let's click video or photo. And these are your publishing tools that you can upload photos and videos, multiple videos. You can do that, that's new. You can create a photo album. I just created a slideshow. So that is something that it's easy. You can add 3 to 10 photos. I've done this many times. Created instant experience. Now I have not done that one. So that's something new that I'll have
All
to try.
these are on your desktop, right? These are videos and things that you're pulling up off of your desktop onto
Correct.
Facebook, right? So
Yes.
it'll say like upload a video. You're going to upload, and then you're going to go to your desktop because you've
Right.
already laid everything out there that you're going to do. Where do you
So
find
let's say I'm going to upload a video right here. Okay, so I'm going to upload your video. And then I'm going to go to, I just did some videos today, so we'll take a look. Here's it. Let's see if this will show anything. I mean, I can always go back and delete it. So I've uploaded this video and I'm going to add a title. It's going to be about the August. It's going to say the same thing because I've already done it. I'm just showing you how. And then you just go to next. You see that right here, next.
Right.
And then you can video post, publish now, or you can schedule it. And then you can, it says right here, it says your videos should be 3 minutes long to get shown to more people. So they do give you some tips already. And then you want to do a video description. You could add tags. And high definition video. Now, I had a little problem with some of my videos just recently. I'm not sure if my speaker is off, but I'm getting a little bit of not background. I think maybe because it picks up so much and I use my hands so much, it's getting some sound from that actually, from, you know, movement.
Well,
So
I'm noticing your sound today isn't really good on your computer.
I know it. I don't know what that is. I don't know if there's
It's
something.
just a little blurry. So, but
Yeah,
I can
I'm
hear
not sure what is going on with my sound quality.
Yeah, sound quality. That's what it is.
Yeah,
So your
I
video.
never had that problem before, but let's see if there's something else that I might have done that might be better. But anyways, so that's how you do your video. And then when it's ready, it only takes a few minutes, then you're ready. Let's see what else I've done in a video that you can look at. But that's a lot of videos, tons of videos. And I usually try and shoot them live, because when I shoot it live to Facebook, it sounds a lot better than actually on Zoom. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm going to have to look at settings or have somebody help me.
So where do you go to do that live? So let's just say right now, I don't think you can do it live.
Facebook?
Yeah,
Okay.
but I want you to go into Facebook. But I don't know that Zoom will let you do a live video, but you can take us through it. How would we,
Okay.
we're ready to pop on to our business page. And I want to put a live video in there.
So you can, right here, right underneath your cover page right here, you can go to live. And the thing about being live is that you've got to make sure you're in the correct setting with Facebook. You should be on the, I use my camera. So the camera issue. So there is something going on that it's not letting me do it through, because we're already on Zoom, and you can stream Zoom to Facebook. I've never done it this other way, or we're going backwards. Does that make sense, Vicki?
Yeah, I would do it from my computer.
Yeah.
Use my computer camera rather than Zoom's.
And I think that's what it is, because we're sharing the screen.
Yes.
And I think that's what it's doing. It's not letting me do it. It says camera permission denied.
Yes.
It's not there. So
Yeah.
I believe that's what it is. If what I've done before, I'm going to get off of this now. What I've done before is to make sure that when I go on Zoom, I'll stream live to Facebook. And I'll usually do it on my business page, or I'll do it at my consultant group, private group. So that's a good way to do it when you do it that way. It'll allow you to do that. Or you could just go live right here. If you and I weren't sharing the screen and I'm allowed to use my camera, then you can just click live and you're on in about 3 seconds. And like I showed you right there, you've got to use, I don't use the streaming key. I'll show you this again. I don't use the stream key. I use my camera, but maybe if I use the stream key, which I haven't set up, but I usually just use my camera. It's really easy.
Yeah, I think it's easier.
Okay. Yeah. So this is a way to just do all your live videos. Another thing I wanted to show you was to make sure that you boost correctly.
So tell us about boosting. Why do we boost?
Why do you boost? Well, for one thing, if you don't have the traffic that's going to your page, you definitely want to boost your page, okay? You want to get that algorithm that they have built in so that the more people like even your post, anything, the more people that you can drive the traffic through, the better. It's like your ads go to, so many levels up. But if you didn't do it that way, then it would never get shown as much. It might get shown a little bit organically. Organically, it doesn't show as much. Let me show you something here.
Now go in and let's go in and do a boost and tell us
Okay.
what are some of the things that you say, because I noticed when I went into boost, Facebook was real controlling about what I could say.
Yes, you are very, very much so. So I did boost this one. And like I said, for some reason, it's not letting me show it. Oh, there it is. There it is. That's exciting. There we go. Anyways, I'm just going to dive right into it because I'm so excited. Well, first of all, these kits that I want to show you are business starter kits, and they're all $19 each. So we have our first kit. It's going to be this really nice. And this is only like 4 minutes long. It's one of them. It's called our Little Light. And this helps with keeping your skin more radiant. And then also reduces certain garbage. Yeah, I've got a really bad quality.
Yeah, we've got bad audio. But what I'm wondering, Gina, is you're presenting the $19 kit and you're inviting them to join, right? You're inviting them to sign up and to join Jaffer for $19. And you've got this little video that you did this. Did you do this one live?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yeah,
so once you've done that live video, it now goes in as
you can do either or. You can do either or. I did record this so that I could have it and it'll be available. It's easier to put them in different platforms. I can put it in YouTube a lot easier. I don't have to copy the URL, the link. So this one, I recorded it and then I can throw it onto YouTube. I can throw it anywhere I want.
Right.
Okay.
I like doing that.
So that's
I like recording it on my phone or recording it on my camera. And then I got it as a file, a video file, so that I can put it anywhere I want to. And then I put it on my channel so I can get the link. Do you use the YouTube channel link?
Yes, I do. I do.
So when I use that YouTube channel link, that URL number, so I can drop that right into Facebook, can I?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Do you do it that way, Gina? Most of the time, do you do your recordings or do you just jump on to Facebook Live? Because it's the same way, right? If I record I just did one the other day inviting people to use Defy. So I have the YouTube link, so I can drop that link right into my business page, can I? But what's the difference between that or live?
When you go live on Facebook, it automatically records everything for you. Like for instance, you've got to go in here and right click this video to get the URL. And sometimes it'll just print the link and it won't bring up the video. So sometimes if you wanted to use different platforms, I like to record and then put it in YouTube, throw this in all my different Facebook pages, such as, my business one, my consultant group one, then I have a private VIP group one, okay? So you can do all that. It's just a little bit easier. But the main thing I always say is to make sure your page is visited a lot, because it makes a difference on how you get rated actually, okay? Like for instance, I'm trying to get to 700 likes, and you can ask all your Jaffer friends to like everything, which is easy. You could build up your audience. But the only reason I don't do this as a precaution is because I can't remember all the Jaffer people, and I like to do the private or even an open public event live on Facebook, and I want to individually invite, and then you're only allowed to invite so many at one time, like maybe 90 or 100, correct? So I'm inviting them, I'll go, oh my gosh, they're all Jafra people. So that's the only reason why I don't always invite people like our Jafra consultants or other consultants other than in my own group to like my page as much, because then I can't remember, is she in Jafra or not? Then I'm like, oh, I can't invite her because I'm only allowed to invite so many. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're doing, okay, you've got a VIP page. Is that for all of your consultants? And you've got that separate. So when you sign someone up, then you invite them to go in to like that page so that then they become, and that's where you take care of your team, right? You've got your VIP page.
You have to be friends first, and then you can invite them to join the group. I have a VIP for clients, then I have a consultant group. So I do have those 3 groups, just so that you, you know, and then some of your things that you post on Instagram, if you wanted to show on your business page, it can do that as well. Like I did this. Sometimes I'll do a little bit of personal stuff, even if it's my business page, just to show people of your personality and that you're really a live person and you're not just, I mean, you know, 110% business all the time. Does that make sense?
Oh, it's good. That's good, Gina. I don't do
so
that.
That's why you want to do that every now and then, just for the fun of it. And you know, I think everybody knows how to download post. All right, I'm just going to show you really quick how to.
Where do you find all the pictures? Where do you find them on the Jafra website? Is that where you find them?
I do, and then I do a lot of the snip little icon down here, where you go to snip.
Yep.
I don't know if it'll bring it up or not. You know, I use a lot of this tool, the snipping tool, and then I'll clip it from our brochure and just do different postings on there. Okay. All right, I'm just going to show you really quick how I did this boost. So first of all, you want to post, make that post first. It's really important to make that post first. And then you go, I want to boost this post, let's say. I'm not going to actually boost it, but I'm just going to show you the steps. So I'm going to boost this to reach more people. So you choose, you know, get more people to watch your video, or you want to connect and chat with potential customers. And that's what I like. I like to make sure I get the messages. All right. So here it is, right here. I don't use the WhatsApp business. I want them to private message me. Then this way, then I can request to be a friend. I can go ahead and type a private message to them and say, you know, thanks for liking my post. You know, would you like a sample of our best skincare? You know, whatever you want to send them, right? A fragrance sample. You know, you kind of ask, you know, what would they like? Sometimes, you know, they want both. And that's what you can do. It's creating a little conversation, getting to know them a little bit more instead of just bomb blasting them. But here's a free sample. Here's a book. Here's this. So you want to kind of have build a little rapport, even though you don't know this person. They message you that they like your post. So that's what I do with the follow-ups. Make sure that they, you know, get a conversation going, because I think it's really important. All right. And then you want to be set up your welcome message. Okay. So it's really easy. You just kind of follow that you can do this. I don't know why I can't move. Oh, there it is. So this is pretty much set up the way I've always had this set up. It'll say, hi, Vicki. Please let us know how we can help you, because your name will pop up in here. It won't be your own name. And then, can I make a purchase? They'll click one of these options. All right.
Did you make these questions up, or did Facebook make them?
They're already populated.
They're already there, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah. So most of the time, they're right here when I post about the kits. I'm interested. Can you tell me more? That's when you go in there and tell them about Jafra and about the kits and their potential. What the top earning commission, which is 50% on client orders. And if you want more, you can add another 11% for team orders. So, you know, but I said, be sure, let's go ahead. If you want to share, here's my number. Give me a call and we'll go ahead and go from there.
So Gina,
And in the,
you get a lot of response from people doing this, don't you?
yes,
Get
I
a lot
do.
of
It's been,
people that are interested.
yes, actually, I have probably sponsored at least 6 to 8 people in the past, maybe 3 to 4 months, just through doing this. So it does work, but you have to work at it a little bit. Now, I think what it is, some people tell me that it doesn't work. It's because your audience hasn't been built up. You've got to really build that audience. So I wouldn't even boost the post till you actually boost your page. That's my tip.
Okay.
Okay. So start paying $10, $15, whatever. Just boost your page.
So Gina, when you boost your page, okay, where do the messages come from people? I mean, where do you find them? Do they pop up on Facebook?
I'll show you where they
I need
are.
help there.
Yeah. So you can set your budget, 10 days, $10. Okay. So there you go. It's really easy. And then you want to set up where you want your boost to go. Now I need to change that where, I want to have people in the United States, Rochester, wherever, 18 to 65. Well, I probably will change that now. All right. You can edit where you want to target your audience. Again, start by increasing your audience. It really makes a difference. All right. Okay. So once there is an actual video that I've done with Jackie that's on YouTube.
I have it, and
Yeah.
I
So
share
you can
it.
use that as well. Yeah. So right here is where I want to look at my inbox. That's where my messages come in. Right here, inbox. Super important, right?
Yeah, show me again slowly. Let's see. Where is the inbox? And do you have to check there, or does it pop up? Do you have to go there and check all the time for messages?
Yes, it doesn't always pop up. You don't get notification of it. So
Yeah.
you do have to go in there and check. Yes.
Show me again where I'm going to check.
All right. I'll show you here. So here it is. Here's my cover page. And right up here on top, it says page, ad center, inbox, right up here.
There it is, inbox.
Yeah, and remember the more button where publishing tools are? It's right here.
Yes, right
okay.
there.
So I'm going to click the inbox.
And that's where my messages are going to be. So
yes.
Everybody needs to check their inbox every day, right, Gina? Or how often do you check it?
I check it constantly.
Constantly. Okay.
So let's say I'm going to look at this one right here. Actually, this is the one right here. I wanted to show you. This is in response to an ad. See, here's the ad number. And sometimes they'll even have a picture of your ad that you boosted. And that's what they're responding to. So that really helps.
It's over on the right-hand side. Okay.
Right, right. So, and then you can see the person that's interested. And then I always like to check their profile. So I'll go in there. If you can't click through here, then you want to type in their name right up here and check them out. I always check them out before I even start a conversation sometimes.
Okay.
All right, because you can get spammed. All right.
Okay. All right.
So this one was a gal that was interested in an ad that I did in Spanish. And then I had this gal that found me, and I sent her a bunch of stuff, because she and I actually talked. She wanted to call me. So that's really cool. And it does. It's amazing how many things get around, but it all happens when you really build a good, this gal I sponsored right here, and she was through an ad. This one was through an ad. This one, so that's 3 right there. 4, 5, 6. So there you go. You've got like 6 already within the last month or so, 2 months maybe. But they do, I mean, like I said, I probably sponsored 6 to 8 people within the last 3 months or so. And that's how you can get your bonus. And then showing everything's virtual. I mean, some people really like to talk and some people don't. I just show them this is what they need to start out with, is the kit. And then go ahead and get one of these packs while you can, because it's going to help you, blah, blah, blah. You know how that is. So that's basically how I do it.
Do you ever?
Hard.
Do you ever message people? Like, in other words, you see them on there. Do they give you their texting number or not?
Yes, actually, this gal called. She wanted to talk to me personally. I've given this to her. This one here, we talked. I had to have somebody help me because she only spoke Spanish. So she and I exchanged numbers. Yeah, actually quite a few people that are super interested normally don't have a problem with that.
So do you use Google Translate when you're talking back and forth if you don't speak Spanish? Because I
don't do it on the phone verbally. I think that's a paid subscription, but I can type and do the translation because I have a Spanish dictionary app. I'll click on that, type whatever it is in English, and then it flips it over to Spanish, and I copy it and paste, copy and paste.
Right.
So it takes a little bit longer.
Yeah. When I get done here, Gina, I'll go in and do Google Translate. It's very quick, and you can just type away whatever.
I do have that too on my phone.
Yeah, and I have it on my computer. It's right there, part of my email. It's part of your Google Gmail.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I do have the other app, which is Spanish Dictionary, which is the same.
Yes.
It's a Google Translator. And I've just used that in the past, so I just kept using it. But anyways, those are just some of the ideas and some of the people that you've seen that have actually joined. This gal joined. There's quite a few that are on here that she has not joined. I need to catch up. And I don't click them off that I'm done. I always go and make sure I follow up, even after a while. If they haven't talked to me for a while, I'll go in there and just say, hey, so, this helps you remember when you last messengered each other, correct? So you want to go, hey, I haven't talked to you for a while. Is there anything, you want a new catalog? You want the link for that? Just starting the conversation.
Okay, so Gina, do you find most of your leads come from the boosting?
Correct.
Most of your leads come not from your messenger friends, not from the people that are friends on your Facebook. You have just continually built this up through boosting.
Correct. Like I said, you just got to build up that audience. And the reason why you do that, even though it's friends that like your page, well, first of all, you got to build up a lot of friends. So that helped, I have a brand new
You want to ask people when you're on your business page, you're going to have, Facebook's going to send you all kinds of people that are already your friends, right? And you're going to say, yes. But you want to always ask people, like my page. Please like my page, right?
Correct.
Everybody does that. Like my page.
Right. Always invite them to like your page. I only have 1,700 friends on Facebook, but that helps build up the audience. Again, the more you have in the friend section, the more it kind of interrelates with your business page, all of it. That's how Facebook runs their algorithms, okay? So the more people that you have that like everything, whether it's your personal or whether you, if people like and whatever constantly, I'll do some crazy funny things, and it's okay. You can do that on your personal page, but at least people are liking it. And I think that builds up the audience, and also and you go, oh, I should friend that person. And Facebook always, that's how Facebook knows who to suggest for you to be friends with. It's kind of like that's their little algorithms. I can't think of another word for it, but that's how they built that in. Is like, it's kind of like knowing you and who you're associating with, who you're talking to. It actually gets to know you better than sometimes you like. But if you want to be social, this is the way you've got to do it. Okay?
So if people are going on picnics with their families, if they're going anywhere, or go through their Jafra picture file, that would be a good way too. And pull up. I noticed you have a lot of pictures of when you went to conventions, things like that. You're always pulling those in, aren't you, Gina? Here and there, you pull in pictures from the when you're in your gown, when you're winning an award, whatever. You're going to put that on that page, aren't you?
Exactly. And the other thing too, I'll, like, for business purposes, I'll post like something, like I'll probably post the thing is that special that we have going with the mask and the hand sanitizers and the lipstick, the $38. I'll probably post that and share it onto my personal page. So you start with the business post, but you can share onto your personal page because it's really you, right? You and your business are they're the same person. So they're gonna not say, oh, you can't. But if you just sell constantly on your personal page, you'll get shut down. Everybody knows that, right? But if you share, I mean, I share quite a bit of my Jafra business page onto my personal page, probably at least once or twice a week, different postings. And that's okay, you know? So I do the same thing when I do my events. I'll say my Jafra event. I'll do it, I'll create the event on my business page, then I'll go and share it onto my personal page, okay? Because I have a lot more people looking at my personal page than I do my business page. You know, I have 1,700 people, over 1,700 people as a friend, as opposed to only 700 likes on my business page. It takes a while. I mean, like I said, you can really build the audience very quickly if you ask all your Jafra sisters to do that, which a lot of people have, which is fine. Then, like I said, I can't, then I get confused who's there, and then I'll start inviting and go, is that somebody, you know? Then I'm limited to how many invitations that I can send. Because it is limiting on Facebook, certain things, just so that you know. Those are some of the extra tips I wanted to make sure.
Take us to your VIP page. What's your VIP page look like?
Sure. My VIP for my consultants is this one right here.
Your VIP page.
It's a private group. You have to ask to join. And so here I post like my district meetings, challenges. So, and then we do the Zoom.
Gina, do you go out and invite everybody that's on your team to this page, right?
Yes.
You basically, how do we do an invite? How do we invite people to come to our page?
So you mean to your private group or your page?
Yeah, no, your private group. I mean, your VIP group.
Okay.
You know who they are. I mean, you got to do a search, don't you? You have to search them on Facebook.
No. Okay. You gotta. What happens is that, for instance, like these people are not my consultants, correct? They're my friends, and I don't want to invite them. But you have to be friends first before you can invite them to any private group. Okay. So you have to be friends for that. So right now I have, how many people I have in my group? 110 members in the group. And then I have people requesting if they can come into my group. But I said, I'm sorry, you have to become a consultant first.
Right.
So that's my consultant group. And then I have another group. It's my VIP for clients.
These are your clients. These are clients. So
Yes. So right now,
great.
I just started like a month ago. I got 72 members already. So you invite people again, but they have to be your friends first. And you just can't go out there and invite anybody. But what everybody that you, if they look at your business page and you've got this group, they can click onto your group and ask to join. So they can't, even though if they're not your friend, they can still ask. I'll show you. Are you kind of seeing? So some of the things, you know, I'll do for my client group, I just basically will do more videos and I'll say, hey, today's special is blah, 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 right? Or you can say, this special is good for the week and make sure you get in on it. You know, you can give them all different things. I do a drawing every week. And if they do certain activities, they get entered into a drawing. So that's where I kind of, I've done a couple of drawings and people have won. But right now, I haven't like been really active on this and I need to. You need to post something about 3 to 4 times a week for it to get going again.
Okay.
It's busy work, it's constant. You can't ignore it, but you can schedule everything, which is really nice. Like when you have your private groups, you can schedule all of that. Same thing with your business page. So you can schedule your posts, you can schedule all your private events, or not events, but private groups. You can't schedule private events. You're posting. I'm talking about different posts. So you can stack them all up, you know, for a week if you want, or for the day, or have them pop up every 2 hours, whatever you want to schedule it. Where was I going to go? Oh, all of a sudden I lost my train of thought. But anyways, I'm going to go back to my business page for a minute here. So right here, you want to invite your friends. So you can invite friends. That's the only way you can invite people to like your page. But when you boost your page, they don't have to be a friend. They can like your page. Then you can add them on as your friends list. All right? So there's a tip there for you. Boost your page first. So you want to go to your ad center right here. Create an ad. So you can create any ad, you can go in there. Sometimes, you know how you get your notifications? They'll go, hey, you can boost this and this and this. So you go ahead and do it when they do tell you that you can. And if you can't, then they'll tell you you can't. You know, that's all there is to it. So in the last 60 days, I've had 15 ads in 60 days. So I paid like a little over $100. So that's the budget. One of the, I'll show you one here. So you can see how when you pay, you're going to reach, this is one that wasn't, this just started, okay? I spent 36 cents. Here's my budget. Here's one for 29 cents that I spent. And it's got one for $10. But this one here, I didn't really get anything from this one. I spent 15 bucks. This one, I got one message. This one, I got 9 page likes because I boosted my page right here. All right. So I spent 25 bucks, which is a little bit more than I wanted to, but you know, you got to boost different things all the time.
It's an investment.
Correct. And then, so you can say I don't spend a ton, you know, here they are, 10, $4, $5, trying to get to the next grouping. This one, I got 3 and I did sponsor one. So you got to think about it, you know, the money that you spend here for, my computer's acting up here. Oh, here we go. You know, people are watching it called through plays, post engagements. They're still looking at it after you've boosted. That's what these insights mean. Okay. And then here's one, 3 messages started, you know. I had one that had 12 messages going. So it's really nice. And these are the things that you can do. But when you, for instance, you want to look at view results, it's really important to know what you are doing. So you're going to look at, where's the one here? Let's just look at this one for fun. Right here. No. Okay, where's the one here I wanted to show you? I had one picked out. Here, this one. So you want to look at viewing your results. What actually has your ad done for you? Okay. So I spent $10 on 10 days, and that's $1 a day. So here the ad, well, it was $10 for 8 days, I guess. So it's reached 867 people that looked at it. It went through that many people. So when you do it organically without paying, you might get maybe 65, 100, depending on your algorithms again. All right. If you don't want to pay for anything, then you want to just quickly build up as much as possible. But you can do it through boosting. Like I said, boost your page. And even if people aren't your friends and they like your page, you can add them as your friend and start conversations. And then you want to take a look here at the audience. So here it is. What it is, it cost me $3.33 because I got 3 messages off of this ad. And the ad was this one right here on the $39 kit. I believe I sponsored one from that. What date was that? March 31st. Yes, I did. And then you want to go and look at the audience here. 867 people that it went out to. 88% are women and 11% are men, correct? Then you want to know where it was placed. So most of it is on the mobile apps right here, okay? And then they show all the different places that they placed their ad. And my audience was in the United States, anybody between the ages of 25 to 45. And then the location. Looks like most of it was placed in Texas, California, some in New York, Florida, Mississippi. So I've had them from everywhere. You just never know, it is kind of,
because you use the whole United States. You don't, you could do just your state. You could do
correct.
even just your area of your state.
Correct. But the response isn't going to be as much as you will if you do.
You want to do the whole United States because we can go anywhere with this business in the U.S.
Exactly. And that's why I like that. Your money isn't spent as, if you did a smaller, your money goes a little bit further, okay? So here's a gal from Hawaii that sponsored. So, she earned her laptop.
Really, Gina? Wow.
So, yeah, that's the thing about it. I like this. It's easy. People are on it all the time. Another thing that I do right here on the right, you see this all the time. This is when active on Facebook are the green dots. So this is what I call phishing. So these are the people that are my friends. And I'm going to go and type them a little, what they may or may not be my consultants, but they're friends on my Facebook, right?
Right.
Like here's a gal that's a new consultant of mine. She's got over 1,500 followers, which is great, right?
Right.
So she joined Jafra, and that's fabulous. This is her personal page. This is not her business page. So I need to help her get started with her business page and get her going. But then you kind of want to type them a little note and say, hey, I haven't talked to you for a while. So you can do a little bit of business. One night I had 5 different conversations going on just by using
Gina,
just something.
type one to one of those ladies, just so we can see
Sure,
how you do it.
absolutely. So you just click on their name,
Yeah.
and the message, and she's active now. See, you go, okay.
What does active now mean?
That means they're actually on Facebook.
Right now.
Yes.
So you want to catch them when they're active, don't you?
Yep.
There you go.
I'm gonna type her. And we're already friends, and she is a consultant of mine. And then you can do group conversations, which is right here. And I've got this group here from back east that are kind of a new group, and they're starting their business.
So I don't understand what group means. I mean, you're individually sending them a message, but group
Right.
conversations are.
Say, okay, I want to start a new message. It's right up here, message.
Uh-huh.
It says new group or new message. So you can just type any message to anybody, and they may not be active, but you can still send them a message through Facebook Messenger. And then you could do a new group. You could include like this group here. I've got 4 people going on in this group.
Right.
All right. So you could do group messaging. It's really easy, just like you can do group text. So I do all this. Sometimes I'll just scroll through here to find out if I haven't talked to somebody, or hey, I forgot to tell you, we've got this really great special and it's just for you because you've been using this. So I did get some reorders that way. And like I said, I had 5 different messages going on at the same time. So that's one of the things.
I saw a video. I saw when you were hitting that, I saw a video. Can you live video them?
Yes, you can. Right here.
Where?
You can.
Show me where.
Right here. I can video chat with Elizabeth.
That's what I wondered, if you could video chat with her.
Oh yeah, you can. You can video chat. You can do it on your phone. You can do WhatsApp video too, you know. So there's a lot of different ways to do the video chat. You just have to be like camera ready all the time.
Camera ready, yeah. Gina, this has been
yeah. So it looks like Elizabeth isn't going to come on right at the moment. She might be busy doing something else. So I'll just close her out. And you get everything all popping up on you. And I look at notifications like every few minutes. I probably look at this more than my email. I hardly ever check my emails anymore.
You check notifications, huh?
All the time. I check my notifications constantly. So here I've got a couple people that reacted to this silly picture that I did. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then Facebook will add little tips for you right here. They said I should be adding an email so that people can reach me easily. I'll go back there and do that. I didn't realize they didn't do it, you know. And here's a gal brand new friend that I asked her to like my page. Here it is, right here. Okay, you do. You're like constantly working, but you're doing it on Facebook. Now you know there's a 8-week course that Lori's offering. Yes. So that would be another good thing for people to look into and check it out, and then you'll get people that'll send you a message and they're advertising their stuff. So you do get that, absolutely. And I have about 5 consultants that wanted me to be a co-administrator for their group, for their page. So I'll go in there and check that out and make sure that everything's done correctly. So I do have 5 pages that I can post things on there for them because I asked them if they want me to do that. So I'll help manage that a little bit for them. Does that make sense, what I've done? Okay. Like for instance, here's my pages that I help manage. Here's my own. Here's a consultant. Here's one that's been with me forever. She's out in Florida. This one is out in Louisiana. Then I have my own. So they're the pages that I help manage. I don't go on there all the time. They got to take care of their messages and notices, but I'll sometimes will share a post onto theirs and, you know, change it up, make sure it's their URL, not mine showing up, things like that. I do a lot of little things like
Well,
that.
yeah, and you could post things for them. Like if you're posting on your page, you can go and post the video on their page, or, you know, from
I
Jeff.
can make them a co-host to my live Facebook parties too. So that's another thing that I can definitely do. Here's a gal that's one of my consultants in Texas. And this is another one in Texas. Then I've got one here. I'm going to try and sign her up. And then I've got this Annette. Oh, she's just different. She's in Maryland, I think. And this is when I think she quit. You know, but she's on there all the time. Eventually, I'll just go in there and say, hey, what's up? You know, that sort of thing.
Gina, do you do a lot of Facebook parties?
I've done maybe about 6.
Okay, so that's not your
No, I'd rather do whatever I can live, in that it's a little bit easier for me to manage, because then it's that one time. When you're doing a Facebook party, it's like constant, you know, you got to do all the postings and you've got to,
very time
it's
consuming.
like a 5-day event, you know. I've done, I'm not saying I'm real crazy about it. I rather do it this way. I mean, everybody has, here's another one that accepted my invitation and joined my private group, you know. So there's a lot of activity going on. And that's what you're always got to be in tune and look at all this stuff. It's like people don't look at their text or their phone or voicemail. If you want to be on top of your business, really strongly suggest that you look at this. It's like it's glued to you, right?
That's right.
And you know, they have their choice. If they don't want to, that's fine. If they want to, great. I mean, it is everybody's choice. They can do whatever they want. But the thing is, but anyway, is there anything else that you want me to show, Vicki?
No, I love this. It's like opened up another world to me. You know, when we, you know, Hannah, many of them do Facebook parties, but Gina, what you've done is you've really opened up for me what I need to be doing with my business page. I need to really be constantly monitoring it and meeting people and boosting.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't really looking at my notifications like I should have been. So, and you're saying to me all day long, I need to be looking at those notifications, and that is the new, this is the new email. This is the new messaging. Everything's happening on Facebook. Am I right in what you're saying?
Exactly. That is it. And then, you know, the next platform is but you got to build the audience again when you're doing YouTube. And the audience is that you've got to have hundreds and hundreds of subscribers for it to even pop up. So again, the same thing with Facebook. You have to really build that audience. Can't stress that enough. It's really important, because if you want to, it's like, the more you build the audience, it's like having that ad go to those people. And whether or not they choose to see it, it's up to them. But it's kind of like popping in there all the time. You're like in their face.
That's right.
Being in their face, okay?
Yes.
So that's what you need to do. And if you want to do it, you definitely do. But there's a lot of people that don't. So I say, you know, if you want to learn how to do it this way, then you might want to follow and do it this and follow some of the tips that I've given you. Or you can, there are other ways too. There are a lot of people that are really good at other things, and they certainly do things differently. And this is one way to do it.
Well, that's what I wanted to do, Gina. I wanted to learn what you're doing and how you do the business, because it's your unique individual way and it works. So I've learned a lot. I think that everyone that's watching this video, you kind of took us into your world, and you are doing your business from the home. You're not going out and doing parties like you used to, but you've said you are having people come to your home. So that must be what you're doing. You're doing your own parties and you're hosting them yourself, right?
Correct.
You know, so people have you have patio parties at your home. And
Yes,
people today want to get out of the house and they want to come to somebody else's house, and you're the hostess with the mostest. So
you're right, because I have my stuff here. It's so easy to, I don't want to, take all my stuff over to somebody's house. I can have it, and somebody will ask me, well, do you have this or that? And I go, well, yeah, let me grab it. And that's the thing, you have a little bit bigger realm of your products to demo. And that's what I like about it. And I've always had more parties at my home than I have had going somewhere else. I mean, I'll do them somewhere else, but I know my environment, which I feel much safer. So I'd rather have it be the hostess here, which, so they can be Mr. Hostess when they do come. So that's another thing that you can do.
I
And
love
there's many things that you can just change it up all the time.
Gina, thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
We've done our hour interview, and I can't thank you enough for sharing your secrets with us, because really these are success secrets. And you're there, you're making it happen in Jaffa. I've watched you grow and grow. I've watched you build, and this is a whole new way of doing the business. And I just really thank you for sharing your success secrets with us. So Gina O'Neill, have a blessed life, and I look forward to working with you for many, many years. And thank you for sharing and for caring with us so much.
You're welcome, Vicki, and thanks for asking me. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Gina. Take care.
Bye.
God bless. Be safe,
Bye-bye.
everyone.
All right, you too.
Okay, bye.